Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, celebrating 15 years of bringing comfort to you. Dealing realty, call RJ Kielty, they'll get your system working to cool you down. And if fixing a leak is what you seek, RJ Kielty service is the best around. RJ Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, over 50 years of bringing comfort to you.
Yeah. What's the purpose of you? Yeah, right? Welcome to Kielty's Korner podcast. This is episode number 8. And we have two very special guests, dear friends of mine I've known for a long time, over 12 years now. I'm thinking,
probably longer than that.
Yeah, longer than that. Family, friends, born and raised here in Pasco County. We just love this place. But first, before we start everything, I want to do something different in these podcasts and try to get everybody to share this stuff. So you can please share it. Also go on RJ Kielty Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, our YouTube page, and like and share that. Basically, we want to get this out to small business owners that, might be having trouble, during this tough economy, so that you could learn from different business owners and hopefully get something from this. So again, I've known Brian, which thank you, Brian, for being able to come on here. Brian is the behind the scenes guy, and Amanda is the upfront girl.
Yeah.
Amanda is absolutely everywhere. I think in every chamber. She was president of the Rotary Club, the Hub Pro. She's just pretty much everywhere. And Brian's kind of the rock back out the office that makes sure that everything happens with quality. So I'll start with you guys. Kind of give me a little story, how you started BlackJack. I know you guys are serial entrepreneurs, and you have multiple businesses. So
you were crazy. Multiple businesses. 100% crazy.
You guys like paint?
We really do. I asked Brian the other day, I'm like, what in the hell are we doing? But it all seems to work out. So you want to start with how you started BlackJack? So BlackJack, 18 years, going almost 19 now, right?
Wow.
So I was not part of BlackJack when it first started. My background has always been childcare. So Brian opened BlackJack with 2 other guys. Long story short, Brian was last man standing, and I got a phone call. You called me because Bright House had called him, and they wanted us to wrap their fleet. And Brian's like, Amanda, you got to come talk to this lady. So at the time, our kids were little, and I was okay. So we dropped them off, and Brian and I met with the marketing person from Bright House, and we landed their fleet. Funny story.
I remember that.
Yeah, like remember how they used to all be parked out front, and every vehicle was a different color. But there's a different side of that story too. So that fleet almost killed us.
Yes.
Yeah, like almost killed the company. Wow. And because they wanted all these vehicles wrapped, and we were a 90-day pay. And we were having to pay for all the installers and the vinyl and the artwork. And we finally called them and we're like, we can't do this anymore, because we couldn't afford to do it. We were a small business. We couldn't wait 90 days to get paid.
Yeah, they'd call with 60 trucks at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. And we had to drive them back and forth. Remember how we used to have to hire drivers. Like we would go pick up all of their vans, because that back at the time they were all like E250s. Mm. And we would have to drive them over. Where was it at? Like Lakeland or Auburndale.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And we had to pay for the gas, we had to pay for the guy's time, we had to pay the vinyl, and so lesson learned there, that all those big accounts are not always the best things in the world.
Yep.
So anyways, after that I came on full time, and Brian and I have been running it ever since. And he's the behind the scenes kind of guy. We don't let him talk to many customers. Only really you, Tanner. A handful of
I was talking to you, and I've talked to Brian about this. I I get so busy, but I miss my time with you guys, especially Brian.
Yeah.
Being able to come in and talk and kind of BS a little bit.
Well, you guys have so much in common between hunting and fishing and all the things that you guys get us into. But yeah, and then Chris, our general manager, Chris has been with us for, oh gosh.
Years,
I remember when Chris first started with us, he was still in high school.
16
Wow.
years
I
old.
do too.
And I used to have to call him and wake him up and be like, "Are you going to work today?" And now he's married and has 2 kids, and he gets to the office before we do. So
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So we literally watched Chris grow up. He's like another one of our kids. You know, Chris makes fun of Hunter and says Hunter grew up with a golden spoon in his mouth. And we tell Chris that he grew up with a silver spoon.
We're
Yeah.
old farts now, though.
Well, not quite. We're just getting ready to turn 50. Our kids our oldest is 21. He'll be 22 in April, and he owns the roofing company with us.
Yeah.
And then Hadley, who is our one and only girl, she's 19, and she's him 110%. Like and he didn't. I mean, I think he's finally realizing how much she is him. She's mean. She's mean.
Girls with sassy.
Just wait,
Uh-huh.
just wait, Tana.
I know.
It's
I
coming,
know.
buddy.
I know. Hopefully she's not too much like my wife.
Like me, I wanted to be very girly, and no, not so much.
Tough.
Yeah, she's definitely tough.
To be tough. You gotta be tough in today's world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I think tough is, especially being a girl, I think that's imperative. And I think, all of my boys, they love their mom now, girls love their dads and stuff like that. And they try to emulate you. So
You're just
I
asking
think-
them, let her open.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
yeah, to protect her.
Expensive right now.
Yeah.
Oh, so tell Tanner what you just did for Hadley. Tell him what she asked for.
Goats.
Goats. Did you just go get a dog or something like
Farm,
that?
yeah. Got a dog. Old McDonald farm at my house.
Yeah.
Got chickens and goats.
So
The goats are in her bedroom right now.
yeah, they're
Your guys'
baby
house
goats.
is like
That is so
amazing.
cute.
I love the style of your guys' house. Like there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
I know when you guys came across that and I saw the pictures and stuff of it. I mean, that's like good for you guys. It's really cool.
Yeah, it was a year of our life, like legit a year.
Oh,
It was a lot. Yeah, I don't know if I would ever remodel while we're still living in the house. That was a lot. Like, the microwave in the kitchen was in the bathroom, and like it was a lot. And we lived in our camper on the property while our bedroom was being done, and that wasn't bad because the kids were in the house and we were outside.
Yeah.
That we were okay with.
It's probably a little better.
Yeah, but yeah, it was definitely a journey that we're still on. There's still some things that we,
doors and windows.
Those are gonna be fun.
It's like an 8-month back order.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. I dealt with that when I got my permit. Before I even started to get my permit in January, I didn't get my windows until I think it was like August or something like that. Yeah, right around. No, you passed that. I'm sorry. It was September or October. I don't know. It was literally forever. I mean, I didn't get my permit for 3 months to be able to start anyways. Same thing with trusses, but
definitely been a journey for sure.
yeah. Yeah, when I built my house, we moved into, I had to sell my old house. I didn't know what the economy was going to do. So I didn't want to take risks. So we sold it, went to a condo, and that's tough.
Yeah,
It's all
taking all the kids up and down the stairs.
Yeah,
it's a
fourth
lot.
floor, we're all the way at the end. So it wasn't the kids as much as the dog, putting the dog up and down.
We do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have 2 puppies. We have 2 goats. They're baby goats.
Huge.
The faking goats.
They're, yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah.
That's those little tiny jokers.
Yeah.
So you could like scare them like
Right.
paint?
Yes. There's never some of them in my life.
No.
It's like never.
Oh my god.
And then we have chickens. How many chickens do we have now? Yeah, and then Hadley, she's a little bougie. So she's got like these fluffy chickens. They're not like regular chickens.
Yes,
They're like, right? She would be able to tell you the specific name of them. And then the Brian and Hunter and Hyatt built a fence around the chicken coop. So 'cause apparently the goats can't eat the chicken food. I don't know. Like this is all Hadley's thing. I don't know where she gets this whole love for animal thing.
That's awesome though. Does she want to go into that field?
No,
She-
we could. No.
Attorney. She wants to be an attorney.
Yeah.
She started daycare.
What in the
There's nothing
world
that tastes like
are you
blood.
guys talking
So,
about?
yeah, she can't
Why
do
are we
that.
talking about chickens, Brian?
Yeah, no.
Brian-
And then Hyatt is our youngest. He just got his driver's license.
My
It's
little
perfect.
he's my bass master.
That's about to say he's taken after
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say Brian, but I think Amanda's probably has more trophies than Brian.
We can go back to that. Yeah. You knew that was coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Hunter has the love for tarpon fishing because that's what Brian did. So when we owned BlackJack, Brian was also a charter captain.
Yeah.
And
You guys
that-
are, yeah. I mean, I don't know how many companies you guys.
Yeah.
It's the
yeah, and I guess I didn't really look at it that way. We did own
Yeah.
2 businesses at that time too,
Some had to pay for Bright House.
right? Yeah, I guess you forget that all the hurdles that you jumped over to get
there's
to where you're.
scheduling, there's doing the work. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a tough, you know more than me, but that's got to put a toll on people because I mean, you got to get up early. You got to have, you know.
My son this morning and I had a hard day yesterday. I'm like, you don't know what a hard day is.
No.
No idea.
Well, when he was tarpon fishing, I used to book him 3 charters a day. I used to kill him. And he would start at 6 a.m. and then you're probably done what? 8?
Home by 10
Yeah.
and bed by midnight, up at 5.
Yeah, I used to do that during the hill
That's
tide.
harsh.
Yeah.
Fishing guys got a tough life.
That is not, and people, you know, you can love fishing, but you're put into that and that's your livelihood and you need that to survive. And you're not.
I got so burnt out. I hate saltwater fishing.
Yeah.
It ruined me. That's why I went back to bass fishing. But we were down there. She's killing me 3 charters a day. Dad comes down on the weekend. Dad fishes tournaments with us. And I come home with cancellation one morning. Got rained out. My youngest son, or actually my oldest Hunter, comes in there. He was 8, 9 years old. Goes, "Hey Dad, let's go fishing. Let's go snook fishing." And I'm like, "I'm gonna take a nap." Well, he ran off and Dad's sitting there. He goes, "You're gonna regret that someday." And I sat there for like 30 minutes and I was like, damn him. I loaded him up in the boat and we went snook fishing. And then the next year I told her, I was like, 1 trip a day.
We just cut back.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And then the year after that, I just quit altogether.
We just did
So I
the
just fished
tournament.
tournaments and screwed off with the kids.
Yeah, because I remember back in those days, you know, when fish it too, that time, Will and you guys having that, you know, house and stuff like that.
We had
You
so
know,
much
that's so much fun memories. Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know?
Yeah. No, I grew up down there though. Dad used to go down there with old Harlan Kingsley when I was a kid. So I've got years down there. But I don't even want to go down there.
Yeah.
I'm forced now. I hate salt water. It's ruined me. Hopefully this airboat will get my blood flowing
Juice
again a
is
little
going.
bit.
Yeah.
I think if you did it again, really, you know, of course, there's really no tournaments. And when we talked about that, you know, possibly a long time ago, talking about, you know, doing like a tournament series would be kind of cool for tarpon and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
I would love to do it.
some of the people down there ruined it too, you know, and just made it.
Yeah.
You know.
It was hurting our business, to be quite honest.
Yeah. It was hurting BlackJack too, because all those people were
Yeah.
on BlackJack, like,
Yeah.
Pretty
I'm
nasty coming.
killing animals. The fish you can't even eat.
No.
It's like it's useless. It's a big shiner.
Yeah,
So,
seriously.
whatever.
People just, and misinformed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Misinformed.
Yep.
So I want to talk about you guys fishing, BlackJack, but then what caused you guys to be like, hey, I want to open up a few more businesses?
You wanna take that or you-
We'll start with Raptor.
Yeah, if you talk about
Raptor is so man. We've given Chris our word that he's got the first opportunity to buy BlackJack from us.
Yep.
So he's in the middle of possibly purchasing half of it.
Yep. Which is cool.
18 years of BlackJack, I'll still be there to help him out. But I love building boats.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect opportunity to do it. I'd love to open up a dealership. I've got an opportunity to open up a dealership and sell a bass boat brand.
God help me. Help me.
So like it's just something that I'm good at. I've always rigged boats. So starting our own airboat company's cool. There's some more stuff coming. So I look at it as I gotta have something to do when I'm retired.
Yep,
I'm never gonna sit still.
yep.
So
It's
Yeah.
a fear, Carol. Like
Yeah, but-
it's a legit fear when you become our age, because you're just such a youngin. Yeah, you have so much in front of you, but
yeah,
like for us, like our kids don't need us as much anymore. You know, they're older, right? And we're like, what the hell are we gonna do with ourselves if we sell half of BlackJack? And you know, if I step away from some of the things that I'm doing and he's doing, we're like, I love him, but I mean, we've worked together for 18 years, but
yeah.
yeah. Like, I'm really not, like, we're not there yet.
He wants to go run for county commissioner, and I'm like,
I don't think the
I'm out.
political scene is for me, so we'll figure it out, but we've got plenty of opportunities, thank God.
So I was actually talking to Mike Wells about that. And other people, I'm like, man, I don't know, because I would try to always do the right thing, and I wouldn't be able to get anything done. I feel like, you know?
I mean, I've helped a couple of our politicians along the way,
Yeah.
and I've learned so much, especially with our
Yeah.
bus contract for BlackJack. Our BlackJack brand manages the Pasco County Public Transportation System, which Kielty is a
Yeah,
advertiser. You're going on year 2, I think.
two.
Yeah.
Two, yep.
Oh, we have to change your windows.
Yes, we
Yeah.
yell at Chris for that.
Yeah. You know, it's with an RFP, you know, I think that we might have helped with the conversation about if you do business in Pasco County, how you should get some special treatment.
Correct.
So there is an RFP process out in Pasco County now, almost 10 years now. We've had that contract with the transportation. But when you're bidding on a contract within the county, now you get additional points
Yeah.
if you work and reside and your business is in Pasco
That's
County.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's needed.
Yeah, Mike was talking about that last time.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I mean, Pasco County, it's our money. We're just, why not funnel it back through a company, organization in Pasco,
100%.
who's then gonna use the money in Pasco. So it's, again, helping Pasco.
Yeah, and like you and I, Tanner, we do a lot within our community as far as giving our time and our talent and our money.
Money.
And you probably give more money than I do, but time and talent.
Yeah, you give a lot more time than I can even imagine.
But I mean, I think it would only be fair for us, you know, if we're giving back to our community, we should get those extra points.
Yeah.
You know, we're paying the taxes here and we're paying the impact fees and we're paying all those things. So
Creating jobs.
creating
I don't
jobs.
know what the percent is. Not like, somebody in Pasco could be double or anything like
Yeah,
that. You know
no,
what I mean?
no.
But it
Yeah.
just gives you a little bit of a competitive edge
Yes.
versus somebody coming from outside the
And
county.
they didn't have that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That was not there when we first started, and I had some conversations. Our commissioners are fantastic.
They are.
We have a great relationship with a lot of them. I watched a lot of them grow. So, you know, we talked to Seth when he first started, of course, Wellesley.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't call him Wellesley.
You
Minor. I hope you're not listening. But you know, we supported Mike when he was on the commission, and of course for property appraiser and Jack Mariano and Ron Oakley. We have the things that Pasco County is doing, and we're getting to witness it. I mean, you're probably the same as Brian and I remember when where Home Depot was at. The orange groves. We used to ride Brian's truck through the orange groves. Like there was,
Shoot, I remember even low, on that side, that was all orange groves too.
Yeah.
Just, I kind of miss it a little bit, honestly,
know.
Yeah.
being born and raised here, the 54 being 2 lanes, but
Yeah.
Progress is good. It's helped us a lot,
And
but
even with this, it helps the economy in this area. I mean, there would just not be nearly many opportunities without it. So it's bittersweet.
but it's a testament to Pasco County and what we're doing.
agreed.
So,
It's everywhere though. Hunter had me up at 6 o'clock this morning in Crystal River.
yeah. Oh, Crystal River is just booming.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how much it's flown up.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of roofs in that area,
Yeah.
Spring Hill
Oh, good.
and Crystal River.
So real quick about Raptor, I know you guys do the airboats, which I kind of attribute to as far as like boat manufacturers and airboat manufacturers, but the people that want quality and want it done right, like the Wiley's of Yellowfin, like the Billy Freeman's of Freeman, where the guy doesn't care, he just wants it done correctly and right.
Yeah.
That's how I attribute. I mean, you look at your guys' airboat, it is
Second to none.
literally second to none.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that you had at the Wild Game Dinner was just absolutely amazing. It's a work of art.
It is. It's way overbuilt.
Yes.
There's not,
Which is good.
I don't know of any other companies that are building them the way we're building them.
Yeah.
A lot of them have a seams on the middle of them.
Yeah.
The problem is it's a high dollar airboat in this economy.
Yeah.
We're working on a fiberglass line right now too.
Yeah.
So, and then Chris is working on the duck boat.
Yeah. Is he? No, that's gonna be. Dude, I'm telling you, that's gonna blow up. I've been hearing more and more and more of my friends, people in the community, duck hunting.
It's your age, like that age.
Yeah.
You guys are, you know.
You chop on these. That's a protected area.
There's a lot to it getting your own design done though.
Yeah.
The company in
That's the hard
Arizona
part.
that does it that we're working with right now, and it's tough.
Yeah.
You gotta be different than everybody else.
Yeah.
So having Chris is into the duck hunting, so he's kind of got. We've left that up to him. He's got what he wants in his head, so he's working with the designers down there right now. I could care less about those stupid things.
Yeah.
I'd rather play with the airboats. I love. There's nothing like playing with a big block.
Yeah.
So I just as soon stay with playing with the airboats. He can handle it.
You guys must have polished that thing up at the Wild Game Dinner. It was just spark.
No man. We just got it out of paint. We got it out of paint on two.
It was literally a mad dash.
We got it back. We got the boat out of paint on Wednesday.
Wow.
We had the rigging in the cage was already just bolt right in it, but I wanted it running. So we had started it at the shop. Once I got it in the boat, we got it timed and got it running. So I was literally working on it at the Wild Game Dinner before it started.
I didn't see him for like 2 weeks prior to the Wild Game Dinner.
You guys even did you have with the Hyatt who's helped polish it and stuff like that too?
I had spent 4 days polishing the cage, every weld. So I still go back. I looked at it this morning. I got a coolant link right now. I got up there and looked this morning. I was like, that little shit missed a couple spots.
But it's gonna be good for him in the future because
Oh, Hyatt can do anything.
Yeah.
Hyatt's a maniac.
Yeah.
That kid will go build a motor.
Yeah.
He'll put the motor in. He's so mechanically inclined. It's crazy. So both my boys.
I was gonna say both of them.
Yeah.
So
I remember Hyatt when he was so small.
Yeah.
And even back then he was always wanting to be in the back and
He's so
learning
shit.
stuff. Yeah.
So, Yeah. Yeah, my mother-in-law told me the third one would put me over the edge, and I was like, "Oh, it's fine. I already have 2. What's one more, right?" Let me just tell you, holy shit, that kid.
he's got some paybacks when he's 18.
Yeah, he was wide open.
He's punched so many guys in the nuts over the street. He's got some serious paybacks.
It's bad. Yeah.
That's all.
Tell me about Larry Jett.
Oh yeah. So Larry Jett was my boss at Ranger when we were sponsored by Ranger, and then he went to sea hunt, and I followed him over to sea hunt. Well, Larry had come down to Boca tournament.
Yeah.
Well, my little one, Larry was staying with us, and my little one come running down the hallway, and Larry just come from South Carolina. He's stretching out.
He drove, right?
Yeah, drove down. So he's standing there in the living room, stretched out with his legs spread wide open, and my little one come with a perfect right hook.
All the way down the hallway, like all in act. down the
Larry-
hallway.
Larry-
He's like, I'm so down.
Larry texted me the other day. He goes, "I still have a high pitched squeal in my voice from that little bastard. I'm gonna get him when he turns 18."
And nothing, you and Hector taught him how to do that. Yeah, it's used to, fight and
Mm-hmm.
throw hands with each other. He used to always stress me out, but yeah. But so back to both of our boys being mechanically inclined. Yes.
Yeah. It's good. You're talking about the third one being crazy. I'm like, oh, I got a girl too.
A lot. They cry over everything.
The girls are easy until they get to like 11 or 12, and then it just becomes. Go talk to your mom.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm up till my time is definitely.
Yeah, that was Brian. That's what he always did. Cause I would go to bed early and you would always stay up.
Yeah. They're daddy's best friend when they want something though.
Yeah. Of course.
That's because I'm always the one that says yes. He's always the one that says no.
Yeah.
So if I say yes, then they have to get his buy-in.
I'm in a similar situation.
Yeah. I saw a
Off the
picture
top
of your
love.
boys yesterday. I cannot, they just got a haircut, right?
Yeah, they gained like 5 years of age. It's crazy. Especially little Bowen. I always wanted him to have longer hair, and I'm like, let me do something different. Let me cut his hair, and he just looks.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, he does.
You're like, kids, not yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Mhm.
And now three kids later, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm cutting it off at 3 for sure.
Getting over the edge.
Yeah. Tipping you over the edge.
It's fun, you know what I mean? But just I always forget that newborn. It's just a
Yeah.
little tough.
It gets easier. It
Yeah.
does.
It's just my wife she's been like really, really good this time, and mostly taking care of him,
Yeah.
getting up and stuff like that, let me sleep. So he's been like godsend for that.
But
So I don't know if you want to advertise this, but Brian and Raptor also do our pipe racks.
Oh, yeah.
Pipe racks, and they do
Yeah.
absolutely amazing job
Yes.
job on that. And you guys do other stuff too. I saw you guys actually sell consoles and everything else for airboats.
Everything for the airboat. We sell a lot of consoles, gas tanks, rotors.
Yeah.
We're doing your truck racks now. Man, we got to keep the kids busy in the shop. We got 2 kids that are learning.
That's
They're
good.
they're very talented, but you got to have stuff to keep them filled in.
Yeah.
So,
Especially the generation.
Yeah. it's hard to find kids that want to actually work. That's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
well, we found both of the kids that we have that work for Raptor out of Marchman.
Oh, really good. At the program.
Yep. Tanner and I know you and I both spent some time at Marchman. And
Yeah.
now, I mean, it's paid off because I've never really been with BlackJack. We've never really taken anybody out of Marchman, but for Raptor, it's been great.
We let them train on your trucks before we let you.
I don't know. You guys do a good job. We had kind of issues with somebody else that we probably were using Wells brick and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
knock on wood.
Yeah, no, and that last one we just got done with,
Yeah.
serious.
Well, like you said, you're not going to do it unless it's done right.
Yeah.
And that's how I like it,
Yeah.
because our guys use these trucks. I
Yeah.
mean, every single day there's stuff going in and out. There's stopping, there's going, there's, side load, everything else on these things. So.
Aluminum and stainless, man, that stuff's expensive. What? Same thing, it's everything though. Even like our vinyl, everything's damn near doubled.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. We talk about air conditioners, and again, everything went up another 6+% in March 1st. Because these new government change. Oh yeah. Yeah, these new government changes, and we used to sell air conditioners for like 3,500, 4,000 for a nicer, 15 seat or something like that. Now it's like you're gonna look at 7, 8, 9, 10, depending on tonnage. And then if you want something really, really, really fancy, high sear, different zones, all that stuff. I mean, you're plus. It's
Crazy.
yeah. We offer finance, all that stuff to help, but it's still that's tough because
And it's kind of like a roof, like you
same
you
thing.
have to have it,
Yeah,
but you don't want to have to buy it.
correct.
And you have to have AC, especially in where we live, right?
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things, you have to have it, but you don't want to buy it. So it's not like, oh, hey, look, I just got an AC, isn't it gorgeous? That's
Yeah.
not how that goes.
No. Sure.
People that live, born and raised in Florida and didn't have AC before it became common, But all the mosquitoes and everything here too. The humidity.
This guy
Next
keeps,
podcast, we have to find.
he keeps the AC on in our room. It's like 65.
Oh my God.
Yes.
No.
Okay, hotel room.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yes, we do.
No, that's not too cold.
Yeah.
So my wife's the same way, and I used to be like 76, maybe 74 when I'm sleeping, and then now it's like I gotta have it at like 67.
Maybe 70.
65 every night.
Actually, there are studies that say you sleep better when it's that event, but then like goes to peace.
Freeze over.
That's from the professionals.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just
what it-
saying, that's from.
I think the thermostat that needs to be lower.
So let's talk about Nature Coast.
Yeah.
What made you want to start a roofing company?
Oh.
This one, they told me to- it is his fault.
The long and the short of it is we did it to help somebody else.
Mhm.
And that just turned into a complete dumpster fire. So, we were actually, I'm not gonna go into it, but Amanda and I talked about shutting it down.
Yeah,
Hunter was selling, as you know, my oldest wanted to go do AC.
yep,
He's got everything ready to go. He can't take a state license till he's
Talked about
22.
looking-
yeah, he did.
Yeah. So we had him selling for us when he wasn't working for Luke.
Yep.
Well, we told him, we're thinking about shutting this down. And he goes, no, I'll take it over. We just let the kid run with it.
And we were like, okay, well, we don't have anything to lose, right? Like,
Right.
it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and we support him along the way.
Yeah.
And so, of course, he grew up with BlackJack, right? So, we were young entrepreneurs. We worked till 10, 11 o'clock every night.
Yep.
Always had the kids with us, and clearly Hunter was paying attention.
Yeah.
Clearly.
He's just like his mama when it comes to selling.
Yeah.
So,
Well, on top of that, he was always kind of similar to his dad, where I don't think he really wanted to be on camera and all that stuff. And this is the day and age that we live in, and he is. I'll kind of be trying to make fun of us. Oh, I thought you were on camera.
listen, you need to get him on this. He's
Yes.
been bus driving me for the last week.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, we'll get him on.
Oh,
We'll fire him up.
The graphic of us yesterday. Oh my gosh. It was good.
Hunter, I know you're listening. You're welcome.
But we just did a commercial.
It
So
was awesome, by the way.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
We were doing videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Groups. And
well, I did teach Reagan Weiss everything he knows. That was his idea. Yeah.
That's
We took him out of Lowe's.
I know we love
Yeah. He's like, Brian, you.
it. Yeah, he is.
I remember Reagan when he was working at Lowe's, right? Yeah, Home Depot. Oh, love, yeah, because he was my buddy David. Yeah.
So, Spectrum had reached out to us and met with Hunter, and Hunter was like, Mom, I really want a commercial. I'm like, well, we can't afford a commercial. Like, we're new, we're just getting caught back up, right? And the guy that we met with, he was fantastic. So I'm like, we can't, we've already spent our money for, our marketing money. And he called me about 3 weeks later. He says, Amanda, there's a grant out there for minority owned businesses. And of course, I love my son, but I am the majority of the company,
Yeah.
right? So we're a woman owned company. And he said, I'm going to put your name in the hat. And if you win, you get $15,000 in free air.
wow.
And I was like, okay, that's fantastic. And he called me about a week and a half later, and he said that you qualified, and we're off to the races.
Oh,
That's incredible.
Yeah.
We used to do a lot of Bright House, Bay News 9, stuff like that. And they used to do really cool stuff like that too. They did a testimonial about how good it's working for us. And honestly, it was working really good for us. So we got through that testimonial, and they probably plastered maybe $100,000. Just like we'd be watching the show, just like, Bright House, RJ Kielty, Bright House, RJ Kielty. So
Well, and I guess from my marketing perspective, I was a little apprehensive because we don't have cable in our house anymore.
yeah,
Not only
I don't
do
either.
they stream
Yeah.
only services, and even me, if I'm paying for a stream, I surely don't want a commercial. Well, I'm paying
Exactly.
the plus, whatever. it was.
Exactly. So do we invest in this? It's not going to make sense for us to invest in commercials because, so we got both packages. So we are on streaming and we're on regular cable as well.
what does it mean to be able to work with your stuff?
Oh. So if you know me, my family that's it.
Yeah.
My kids, they're the three things that I've done right in my life.
Mhm.
And Hunter's at that age where I'm like, we talked about moving out about a year ago. And I'm like, I'm not ready for you to move out. He was going to move out with one of his buddies.
Trust me, I moved out and I kind of regret it.
Yeah.
The day I turned 18, I had all my things packed, and I was like, "See ya, Dad." And now I'm like, "Man, my brother's living at home. He's gonna be great." What was I thinking?
Yeah. And you know,
Good deals.
yeah. So Hunter and I have always had this special bond between the two of us. And I was like, okay, you know, you can't leave yet. So he kind of moved on and he's still at home. And I said to him the other day, I'm like, okay, you can move out now. Because I can still get to see him every day. Right? So
Right.
God blessed me in that arena that I'm still gonna be able to see him every day. Because we work together with business partners. Like, I would have thought that I'd be business partners with my oldest kid.
Yeah.
And I, like Brian said, like, he just doing something amazing.
He steps up. So like, there's very few, he's gonna be so much further ahead than
Yes.
everybody else.
Yes,
And the same with my nephew Chase, they're just not afraid to do stuff.
no,
And that is the key to business, you know, you have to be able to problem solve and you have to just not be scared to like do stuff.
yeah, and you know,
Learn.
I feel a little bad for Hunter because he, like his friends will call him.
Yeah.
Be like, you know, you wanna hang out? And he's like, I have to work.
Yeah.
I have, you know, he's on a different level.
Yeah, he gets the picture though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he, you know,
You have to, because that's something I struggled with, like especially when I was really young, like even at 18 years old, I had my own salon.
Yeah.
So I was working all day Saturday,
Yeah.
you know, there was even sometimes I was coming in on a Sunday, because moms and single moms and people who work throughout the week, they can't make it during the week.
Right.
So in order to have real success, you have to sacrifice a lot of that, you know, but there's that level of mindset of going out and drinking at the bars every weekend or focusing on your career, you know. You can go do all of that, and you have a lot more money and a lot more time
I've
management.
never been one of,
You know,
Hunter, Hadley, she's 19 years old. She's never had an alpha boyfriend. Like, that's crazy. I guess. No, no, neither could we.
No.
We never, I was always afraid to lose a captain's license, so I never drank.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
Yeah.
If there's any drinking going on that's at the house, it's party.
Yeah.
We rolled him in the house a few times at the house, but like he's not every once in a blue moon with them.
He's definitely, he takes care of doing he places all the orders for all the roofs. He runs a majority of all of the calls. We have 2 sales guys that work for us. We have a office manager who helps with the permitting and all of that, which is fantastic because I was doing that in the beginning and that's a lot.
Yeah.
She's really, really good at it. And then we have a superintendent that kind of helps Hunter and does some of the repairs and just assists Hunter and everything. But like Brian and Hunter, they pull all of the dumpsters because that's, you know, it's just the safety aspect of it. Like Brian and Hunter won't let anybody pull trailers other than them. Although I had to pull a trailer home last night.
Did you?
I thought she was dying.
I did. I've never pulled a trailer in my entire life.
I would not trust.
And I had a steering committee for Chasco committee meeting last night. And I met him back at the shop and he says, okay, you gotta drive my truck home. And I'm like, but it's hooked up to the trailer. And he's like, and I'm like, I'm not driving that home. He's like, yeah, you are. I'm like, holy shit.
I'm not coming back here again.
Yeah. So I did. And he talked to me all the way home. He's like, you're doing a great job. I'm like, I hate you. So
Yeah, my wife Erica, I have her. I just kind of like, no, you just got to do it. She's like, I don't know how to do it. I'm like, well, we're gonna learn today. You got an extra trailer. Somebody's got to get the boat, you know.
Seriously,
thank God I only had to go straight.
I am not direct. I'm so directionally challenged. So for me, that's just not.
When we drive, if we go anywhere, if we go on a trip, I'm a passenger princess. Let me just tell you.
Missing the turn, some of the things.
Yeah, or I'm supposed to be telling him where to turn. He's like,
That's me.
My daughter can back the boat in the water.
it's just, I've never
She
been to
missed the
it.
boat on it.
I did it, yeah. So that was a great question. So I don't know how we got down to that part, but yes, it's, be able to work with my son is one of the most rewarding things that was really.
Yeah, for me to be able to work with my dad has been just a godsend. You know, I'm just blessed to be able to work with him and have that mentor. I don't like they got you. I mean, you guys been through it all.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
had something you almost, you know.
We're both very lucky to have
Yes.
our dads, like my dad started his
Yeah.
business in 74 here.
Yeah.
When was yours?
73.
So I mean,
Yeah.
dad's office is quarter mile down the street right there.
Yep. Yep.
So, you
I go
know,
by it every day.
we
Yep.
got there's deep roots here. Title insurance.
So, you got all of your community. What are the biggest piece of advice you could give other people who own multiple businesses? Like, how do you guys manage time? Learn how to compartmentalize each business. What would you say your piece of advice is to owning and
Divide income.
divide income?
Like Brian has, like he has his jobs, I have my jobs, Hunter has his jobs, Chris has his jobs.
You gotta find the right people to
It's
trust. in your
arranged so by
office.
people that are smarter than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even if you said like Chris, given, a lot of people don't have that opportunity to have equity, you know what I mean? And you guys, I mean, you guys told me that forever ago, that was the plan. You know what I mean? And being, man, of your word, that goes long.
He's been through, I mean, this has been his way, the ups and downs, and
Yeah.
there was a point where BlackJack, we've all been there,
Yeah,
right?
that's chaos right now with 3 businesses.
The printer was broken all last week.
Yeah, I came,
Yeah.
I came in when they got it working.
So he's trying to finish the airboat.
$1,000 turd in my shop.
He's trying to finish the airboat. The printer is broken. Hunter's complaining because the phone wasn't ringing as much as he likes it to be. Like it was just
Family night.
our life is a big shit show.
I was supposed to help her cook fish for family nights. He started at 3, I showed up at 7.
It's like,
Do a good job cooking the fish though.
we all have like our own job.
You guys literally just do such a good job of departmentalizing that. I mean, like Amanda's like, and I like to talk about networking and stuff and how it's helped your business, but you with the networking, getting calls in and stuff like that, you getting it done.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard to beat, really.
We've leaned on Chris the last year.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, he didn't know nowhere near ready
Well,
to
we
take over
didn't let him in.
business. And we didn't.
Yeah.
So I've thrown a lot more at him now.
Yeah.
So now he's finally starting to get it. Like the light switch finally went off to where.
I know he's listening to us because
Yeah.
he's giving you a hard time. Christopher, we love you, buddy.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, he's finally getting it. Like if he come to me tomorrow with a check, I got no problems walking away from it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to ever fail.
Yeah.
So. And he knows that I'm gonna consistent and I'll still be there. Like that was one of the agreements that I'll still help him, because BlackJack is my baby, let's be honest. Like that's always been my baby.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do great and everyone loves him. He's great with customer service. I gotta work on the whole networking thing with him a little bit.
Yeah, he's got you.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about networking. So how has networking helped your guys' business?
So when we first started, Dan Sullivan.
Yeah. Oh, Dan.
Do you know Dan, Carol? So he used to run the chamber.
Yeah.
What's the one I call him? Barricade Dan. Barricade Dan.
Where did we get that from?
Celebration of Life.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
He was in charge of barricade.
Yeah.
I was hoping you didn't run over some barricades, but that's better.
No.
Yeah. He was a Nazi. He told them kids where they had to be and how they had to be within inches.
It's good.
So Dan Sullivan used to run the chamber, the West Pasco Chamber.
Yeah. Yep.
And Dan came in and he's like, I didn't know who Dan Sullivan was at the time. And he's like, you gotta start networking. This was, I ran a preschool. Like, that was what I did. And I got involved with the chamber. I got involved with BNI.
That was a joke.
Not
BNI.
Biggest waste of our life.
I was involved with BNI for 4 years. Yeah.
There's no loyalty. I cannot stand.
It's a cult, but sometimes it's necessary.
There is no loyalty there.
Yes, it was a piece. Yes, that literally.
No loyalty. Yeah.
We've left friends, and we continue to stay friends, stay in touch, all of us have built like real friendships and connections. We meet outside of work separately. You don't get that and a lot of these other things,
There's so many other things to do. Like those BNI they're all focused on just that one group, and there's 50 other groups out there to be a part of.
You expect to be in one group and then not just to be your married, you have to be everywhere. You have to be continuously reminding people about your work. showing yourself and the company and showing what you do. So to get results just from one group is
I love how she gets excited about this. Like,
Yeah.
like for God, yeah. Yeah. When, oh, that's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Yes, good job. So I did BNI, I did the chamber, and 4 years of BNI, I came home and I looked at them and like, I'm putting it off.
Yeah.
Like, it's not filling my cup. Like, I feel like I was just, with BNI, it's about this little paper and one-to-ones and granted, I mean, I did make some friends out of it, like David Character and Mike Safinas with him 3 times.
Yeah, that's story.
Yeah, like those, I did make some friends out of it. But as soon as I left, they filled my seat with a competitor. And they, since that guy has left, they filled up the other seat with a competitor. So it's just, I think I know zero loyalty. So I didn't do anything for like a year, right?
No,
Was it that?
you've always.
Well, I'm sure I did something,
Yeah.
but,
You're on, how many boards are you on right now? Ridiculous.
well, we'll get to that. And so I said, I want to start a nonprofit. That giving back to our community has always been
Yeah.
number one, right?
Okay.
So Habitat for Humanity was the very first board I sat on, and
The Pasco,
yeah, with COVID, you remember COVID? And
you did some of those houses. We do a lot.
yeah, and so Cobus was there at the time. Jack Mariano actually asked me to sit on the board, and I loved it. I loved learning about it. I loved the nonprofit. I loved all of it. So then I just became more involved. So I am Leadership Pasco, which Carol Slow needs to do Leadership Pasco.
I'm supposed to do that. Debbie keeps bugging.
One of you needs to do Leadership Pasco. I'll do it now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, noted. I sit on the board for Leadership Pasco. I was recently asked to join the steering committee for the Chesco Fiesta.
Yeah.
So I'm the sponsorship chair for the Chesco Fiesta, which
It'd be awesome. There's some changes going
Yeah,
through there
yeah,
too.
I'm loving it.
Modernizing it.
Yes, yeah. And then Rotary is like my number one,
Yeah.
right? So I am a past president of the Newport Richie Rotary Club. I am proud Rotarian. I love my Rotary family and what our Rotary Club does.
What was it like? I saw a sign at the Wild Game Dinner, 451,000 revenue last year. That's like
One night.
one night. And that all gets funneled back to people here. That's how that is, they have been cutting that.
It takes us about a month. I actually was sitting for a treasurer yesterday and I had to help him because he was getting so much in, like,
Yeah.
check request and, it takes us a while to get this one paid up. So Leadership Pasco, Chesco, Rotary. I sit on the board for the chamber now.
Yeah, Yep.
Tim McLean.
Yep.
And
Are you still doing hub charities?
Public
Charities, yeah.
So I haven't taken on the executive role for that, and I love Nancy for years. Yeah. And,
What's the new one?
what's the new one?
Why?
Oh, yeah.
I love life.
Yeah. So, Mark Wickham reached out to me. He's a fellow Rotarian of mine, and I've attended my first board meeting. For the Wrap House has always been very near and dear to my heart, and as to you, with you all as well. So I spent a lot of time I wanted to be invited to the tables, but I wasn't being invited to.
Yeah. And
now I get to sit with the decision makers within Pasco County. And it's an honor and a privilege, and I take it very seriously. And my time is very valuable because it takes me away from my kids. So I try to manage it all so that there's 1 week a month that Brian's like, this is this all week, I'm like, yeah, because I have a meeting every single night, like Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday. But other than that, I'm able to manage it all, and my first staff to surround themselves for people that are smarter than me. So and with Brian to pay all the bills, and his place going to call for the customers, and I can focus on what I need to do, and then filter in where I need to.
We make it fix the
But small businesses, I hope you guys are taking note because it doesn't cost all this. You don't have to have a huge advertising budget to be successful. You just have to be out there and do the right thing to help our community.
We sponsor everything that comes in There's so many $100 to $200 sponsorships that you can do for all the different high schools.
That's what we did when we first started.
There's so many things that you can do just to have your name.
Yep.
We do them all.
It's a lot more cost efficient and then you also helping people.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, you
And
feel both cups.
And there's, and the Westminster Literary, we've been sponsoring them for, gosh, forever.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see how their board has changed and how they've grown and, right? And we've always had flashbacks, all of it, it's just amazing. Because we have the little plaques that all the kids have. Oh, it's there. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, even back in the day fishing, there was always a blackjack, you know.
We still got a coach on it.
Travis Paston.
Yeah, I'm hoping to go fishing with Travis.
That's what it is. That's the blackjack. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Justin's a really good guy too. I got 2 questions. I'm gonna hold them in time. So, first, how fast was the airboat? I'm sure you probably haven't like got it, but how fast do you think it's gotta go? How fast does it?
It scared the shit out of me. So Hunter and I went, first time I put it in the water. And he's been giving me a hard time. He wants to put a Theramex in an airboat. He doesn't understand what that big block is. Well, I put him in that airboat last night and set him back in the seat. And I gotta figure out how to slow it down right now.
Yes.
You know, you're running fast, how your cheeks start flapping in the.
Yep.
I hit 70 quickly. Yeah, so I need to tune that down a little bit. I'm gonna put some more coaching out of.
Yeah.
I don't need my boys out there in this one,
No.
but I drove it around the yard the other day.
Did you see that video?
Yes, I did.
I wasn't home for that. I came home for that. I'm like,
We
OMG.
put in a Green Key last night. And it was low, water. We backed the trailer down in there, boat sitting on ground, so I drove it up on the road and turned around and went back in. I was like, and I'm barely getting into it, so.
And nothing.
That's nothing.
I know. I saw it go over. I'm like,
So it's,
usually they struggle a little bit.
we're not building these boats for speed. We're building a ride boat.
Yeah.
The next one's gonna have a live well in it. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little tunnel in the hull. Or I can get a high speed pickup to get a live well. Flowing
Yeah.
over that. So that's the next build, but this one right now is scary. So I gotta figure out, gotta turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So with that motor's way overbuilt. It's probably about 900 horsepower, so.
Johnson.
You ever build?
I see that engine. I'm just.
Hunter made fun of him because he's got the 540. Did you see the detail on the motor?
I love it.
You build a motor and an airboat, you want it to last.
Yep.
So there's things we can do. Friends.
So what's the difference between doing that and putting like a aircraft engine in?
Aircraft doesn't have a horsepower
Okay.
for that heavy boat.
Yeah.
That boat's heavy. We built the first one with an LS in it. That boat runs great.
Yeah.
It'll pull ground, but it's not gonna drive up a hill.
Yeah.
So LS is probably the way to go in these right now. That LS has about 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
And it does great.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah. That LS is playing. This big block is insane.
How many horsepower?
This one somewhere 850 to 900.
No,
Dude, I love it. I need to go.
I got a
Or
water
that'd be
pump.
dangerous for me.
You
But
know, we're supposed to go to the Freedom Ride. Dave Marquette called us. We got like 5,000 airboats over there this weekend for the Freedom Ride or something. Airboat races on Kissimmee. So I gotta go down here. I gotta go pair a water pump apart and get a gas to it and get back together. Time to go there.
honestly, they see your boat, we're gonna, I mean, what a great
I
opportunity.
don't really want anybody to
I
see
know.
it right now.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't like, I want to keep this one until I get the next one.
Yeah.
And he's not ready to part with them.
I know, we kind of talked
Yeah,
about this a
yeah.
little bit.
And I'm like, no,
Brian
you can
was
sell
wanting to
it.
keep it,
Yeah.
but.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But we
no.
gotta build the brand, so that's the marketing,
Yeah.
right? So,
Demo boat, yeah.
and if we can reach 500 airboat people,
Yeah.
I guess there's a difference between airboat people and fishermen.
We've actually got we've got motors laying around right now. So we just ordered, couple 15-foot fiberglass hulls.
Okay,
So not everybody's got 110,000 to buy one of those
yeah,
fancy ones. So
We're gonna put it down.
I'm gonna tune it down a little bit, build a fiberglass. So we'll figure it out to get like 40 to 50,000 more, but probably.
yeah. Dude, that's the neatest there. I mean, just the details in it, you know, the C deck has a picture of an airboat, everything.
Yeah. So
So the C deck,
the C deck. So the C deck, my bass boat came with the C deck in it.
Yep.
And the folks at Texas, with the Ranger boats, they started Ranger boats. Brian Moore bought them, they did not Texas, they started another boat. So I bought one of the very first Texases that come out. And the third month of my boat, C deck's over. Sucks. I told him, I was like, hey, I need a new floor. This stuff sucks.
Yeah.
Or send me carpet, and I'll just go carpet out.
we actually talked about that.
Yeah, so anyways, Keith out there sent me, he goes, just hang tight, he goes, I got a new product coming. So they sent me my kit for the redo my bathroom. The height went out there, tore it all out, put the new one in. And I've been fishing that for 2 years. And it looks brand new. But for Keith, I was like, you gotta hook me up with this company. So, long story short, they're out of Georgia. Ordered these kits, got hooked up. They actually flew down here, measured both 2 airboats for us. We did both kits on both boats. This stuff is awesome. And now we're in the works. Chris is in the works with them. I got to get the CAD machine in my shop, so we'll be offering through BlackJack.
Ooh, awesome.
Have this new C deck product coming soon.
So you'll be able to get your boat wrapped and get the C deck all in one place.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It
is
C deck is the.
it's badass.
Well, I love them for like the helm pads. That's my biggest thing, because you're going like this and you have a nice big helm pad. You just can't beat it. And the one on your airboat, that thing's like very intricate.
Did you look at the design up close?
Yes.
Like the texture?
That's what I'm saying. I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like that.
So
Usually you see, you know, they have some of like the other like camera and stuff, but like it's either like gray or like the different colors, and it's like basic or whatever. It could be pinstripes in it or whatever, but yours was like really cool.
Yeah.
And then the
And-
seats were just.
and there's
ridiculous.
the seats are ridiculous. They're what is it, gator and ostrich? Yeah. I told Chris, I was like, I don't care what you do. Pick the colors, pick the seats, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And he did a bang up job on that thing.
Yeah, you did.
It looks good.
Amazing. Other questions. Started out with this. Who is the better fisherman?
I'll let you.
My wife.
Yeah, smart man, smart man.
So
If you go in their office, there's just trophies.
Did you hear a little bit ago how she didn't like driving that trailer home?
that's
Yeah.
right, I did.
Do you think she could have won that as trophies if she was driving?
No,
Just saying.
But it was just putting me on the boat. It was just that. Well, you did it.
I
You
can
just had
train.
it sleep
I can train on those.
Oh, shit.
you gotta ask Travis. We were out in the past and I hooked like 13 in a row or whatever. And I was saying it to my buddies, so I was not want to get him out. And nobody can really hook one. I'm gonna hook one before you. Like, all right, here you go. Nope. Got him again. I'm like, it's there is an art to it, but it's all about. That is nothing compared to Travis out there on the. I mean, you got to be able to read the sounder. You got to pattern the fish through the sounder and get in front of them. There's a lot more to it than people think.
So
It's a
Yeah, I
it's
went-
great.
we took my youngest son down there. He was hired. And number one, I don't want to do that.
But it made me go.
Too much drama. So I go down there. And I got in my head, my youngest son does my guts. I'm gonna go this trouble. I'm gonna fix this little shit. I fed him 8 tarpon in a row. And that kid landed 8 tarpon. It was taking him like 5 minutes to get one to the boat. 8 of them back to back to back to back. That kid is a beast on that rod. And you got Arthur, Jamie Goodwin, Toby Berger, are the same way. They just have the strength about them. to
Well,
where
Brittany does that.
No.
She can fight,
She
but
can fight. I mean, I'm talking just like, you can hand this pitch all day long. It's just, I couldn't believe my kid was on it.
Well, people don't realize if you can put the right amount of pressure on the fish, you're gonna take a long time.
Either that or you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, I broke Travis's, like, I said, you gotta get these things up, or, yeah, like you said, the longer you have it on, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, no, if you can disorientate that fish at the bottom, you can get them to come up quick within the first 5 minutes, that fish will come, just lay right to the side of the boat. Yeah, easy to go. Yeah. Most people, most fishing guys drag it out for an hour. Yeah. Reality is it takes 5 minutes to get fish to the boat. Yeah. Yeah, you have the right people, the right amount of pressure, doing the right things, turning them. So Wells is probably trusting me. Right? He likes to ride that drag.
So,
You're welcome, Wells.
all of that, we're gonna get done. So ideally, we will during our tournament trail, season, is awesome. Fair share.
Yeah.
I think
Didn't save any for me, nothing.
I think we won.
Oh, I need the one, yeah.
How many votes? No, but like,
Oh, I don't know.
I think we done like 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 7, or 8 votes.
Yeah, that's fun. We got a couple
Yeah.
watches.
I still, my votes, I see enough, I love that thing.
That's a great boat.
You can't, for the price, you can't beat it.
When Larry and Ranger went to sea, they let us do whatever we wanted to do that 24.
Yeah.
And then it just grew from there. It was awesome getting to work with those guys.
Wow,
It's a great boat.
It's a good boat.
It's a good family boat too.
It is.
Yeah. Like all of us.
You wear it out.
And,
Yeah.
and I don't like a wet boat. I mean, I feel like that's right.
Yes, I know. Some of those Rangers I've been, or some of the Rangers I've been on, yes, sometimes to get on.
I still try to find that old Ranger 2300.
Yeah,
If I could get a 2300,
yeah.
now they're selling them for more than what you bought them brand new for.
Yeah.
The Ranger, whether it's
What was it? What was it?
There have been Pathfinders, there have been some Pathfinders just soaking wet.
hundreds just bought a Blazer Bay.
Mhm.
I think it's dry and it's done. It looks like a 2300.
Yeah.
He wanted to get a little low profile boat where he could still push them back tournaments.
Yeah.
He's trying to get me to put 500 on my boat right now.
500?
I don't know where he gets that from.
Hunter High.
Yeah, it's still some really funny.
Who's number 3 and 4 top?
Yeah, I had no chance. I had to have a 150 on it. I won't even want to drive the faster.
And you can buy honestly. Your dad is something to say about some car. Oh, you know. Bubba, you're talking about that car.
That's so good.
Yeah. On my dad, hot rod. So, yeah. But you never really want to do that.
No, now that you talk to some of the old timers ones.
I get the real, yeah, because my dad's always been, you don't want to run stuff hard and all that stuff, and then I got the real deal. Told me about DTO going 100 something, spinning around in the rain and all kinds of stuff.
I got to talk to one of the state troopers back then. He was telling me all the stories about that. Ridiculous. They got away with murder
Back in the day, no, there's a lot different now.
Maybe go and get trips and your dad would be with us and he'd be like, Brian, you need to slow down. It's the miles per gallon and this whole thing there.
That's how my dad is.
It's like, how did they get to that point? You're talking about a 4.2 and now you're talking about miles per gallon.
65 miles an hour, we drive cruise control, 65 mile an hour to Colorado to go up. I'm like, I fly. I'm driving myself. You guys go ahead and leave. I'll leave in the morning. That perfect.
Yeah.
Ain't happening. No.
That's how my dad is too. You're like, baby the whole time, blah, blah, growing up or whatever. And I hear the real story. Yeah, it was smart.
Hey, now.
They did it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It's what makes you who you are.
Yep.
Gotta make mistakes along the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the hardest thing is watching the kids make such mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure it's not too big a mistake.
Yeah, but you still gotta let it fall a little bit.
Yeah. 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 They have to do that. I mean, that's, my dad always put me in very high pressure situations that kind of molds you and, you know. I mean, I've got a boat and goes, "Oh, here you go, dock the boat." I was like 10 years old and the big, you know, 30-foot boat. I'm like, all right, whatever.
That was the same damn way.
Yeah.
He never drove one time. 12 years old, I was running off for a group of patients, like, yeah, no, you're driving, you go in there and go to sleep. Taught me how to run a Loran. Even the bath boats, even when we fished all the bath tournaments together. I'm 13, 14 years old running 30 miles an hour in a bath boat. He didn't want nothing to do with it.
I don't think my dad liked me. He let me take the boat out when I was like 12. I was 13. I was sleeping out the aisle with my buddies. I'm like, Dad, I don't know if I would. Kids do
Are you gonna
that.
let the boys do that?
Not that early.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No,
I don't
my
know.
boys don't do it.
That's a little, I mean, that's a little too early.
Child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will not let Hunter drive my bath boat.
Yeah.
No way.
Why is that, Brian?
Because I've seen the dumb shit that he does.
That.
That's why.
Yeah,
I love it.
the basketball scares me. Who knows who's only allowed to go fishing?
Back in the day, they had those bass boats. And then, my dad's good friend, Wayne, we had one that was a cat stuff. He said he flipped them over and all kinds of stuff. They get air popped underneath of them. With Josie and,
I just took the 300 off my bath boat, so 250 on it.
yeah.
A little more manageable for high. He's starting to fish the Bassmaster high school version.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure we can figure that out.
no, it's cool because Dad has to drive it.
Yeah.
So it's him and a buddy, and with the parent, or you gotta have somebody, captain or dad or somebody to drive the boat. But you gotta be the regulated on horsepower. You can only have a 250.
Are they doing the same thing for like college too? Obviously, Dad and I.
No, college, they're on their own.
Yeah.
But they regulate all the horsepower.
Yeah.
You're not allowed
That's
more than 250 on any bass trip.
That's good.
Sounds like it's just legit.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Cool ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just wrapped a boat this week. The youngest kid ever was qualified to go to Bassmasters Classic. His name was Aaron Yabowski.
Yeah.
And he's 17 years old, and that's crazy. So it's the first boat that's gonna have a BlackJack name on it.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Does he live around here?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever fished against them?
Yeah.
Yep. You guys beat me?
Yeah, but I mean, for me to go fish like carpets too, yeah.
I know, these
I
guys-
guided on that lake for 35 years, you know,
I'm surprised they ever kicked you out of the tournament.
I stay away from it.
Burger.
Yeah, we fish mostly on Lake Harris and send me in up to.
Yeah, I know you guys run over there a lot. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Probably more bigger tournaments that way, right?
yeah, Hyatt and I won. What did we win last? We won the first,
So excited.
this kid's got a big head too.
Oh, he's so
We-
Well,
excited.
I remember the trophy presentation.
Yeah.
There you
So
go,
we
yeah.
got confused in it. We won the first one, the second one, and then there was a team of the year.
Just stood up and held those fish like you owned it. You guys flashes on, like you so badass.
I love it. We got a couple things. First, well, I guess we both talked about, we have a special surprise that we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing a egg drop, but we don't have everything 100% locked down, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah,
But
we're gonna have them somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
it's for sure gonna be March 30th. And we'll let you guys will see. But we're really cool because it's kind of
Perfect.
Yeah, so my two buddies, Joe Young, I've known him almost my whole life. He is actually training to be a helicopter pilot. So he's a private pilot like myself. So he said that he would take one of the training lessons. So
That's cool.
I hope I make it. Okay, my friend, but well, I'm instructor of the plane, but or the helicopter. But yeah, so we're gonna get a helicopter, bring it over there, drop some for the kids. You know what I
We
mean?
did that last year. This is great.
So we're trying to get it at the parking district in each park. So we'll see. We're just trying to get final audience and there's never seen in this spot. But yeah, so one for this age group. another kids fall in winter and fall the next week.
Yes.
And
Right.
then we're releasing the style and things and I'm going to get fancy to release it.
And this is why we love the Kielty families, right? We're always giving back to the community, but the type of truck that you guys had here was great. We had
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do that
Everybody
again this
loved
year
it.
too. So
Yeah. And I know you guys have had Kitty Up Ranch on. Tammy, we both have
Yeah.
supported Tammy along the way. You 100%.
love
She's
That's-
fantastic.
actually our second event that we're about to
Oh,
do. It's our autism awareness event, and it's going to be at Kitty Ranch on April 6th from noon to 3. And then we'll just have a whole bunch of different vendors there, face painting, crafts, pony rides, a petting zoo for the kids. So just a lot of fun stuff, a balanced house, just come by. And then all the money goes back to Kitty Ranch so they can continue spreading their, just the programs that they offer for all these different kids, whether they're physically or mentally disabled, They do a lot of awesome things there.
I cannot believe how much people that she has there that she helps. It's just blossoms.
And she just does it so quietly. That's the
She's
thing.
very humble.
Yes. Yeah. So
Her
That's
and
awesome.
Doug, I mean, I would
Oh.
do anything for them because I know anything I do for them is gonna help tenfold somebody
Agreed.
else.
Agreed.
Just good people.
Yes.
Do the right
Incredible
thing.
Yes.
people. Incredible.
And that don't ask for anything in return.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I had a story. I'm like, the first time that she came into the office, I was talking to her. I happened to be out front at the old office on 52. And she wanted like $25 for something. I'm like, yeah, sure. And she was the most thankful person in the world. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's the kind of people you want to, you know what I mean?
you
They
wanna
don't just
surround
expect
yourself with.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, they want to,
And support.
yeah. So it's just blossomed from there to their other locations.
We
Yeah.
got your bunny rabbits there.
Yeah. She.
Okay.
So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, Hadley was raising bunnies.
I built a cage kind of like your truck rack.
Yep.
for her.
Overbuilt.
Way over.
Way overbuilt.
We'll see it out there.
That's
When
awesome.
we moved 2 years ago, they come and got it and took all the rabbits with them.
Yeah.
So
Just amazing people.
Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to skipped over Reagan's really helping us a lot with this egg drop. He's
Yes.
a co-sponsor with
Yep.
43 Inc.
Good.
Doing a lot of obviously he does a lot of good things in the community, stuff like that, and help us put this together. So thank you, Reagan. I know he's in Vegas right now having a little bit more fun than us, but I didn't get the invite. Did you guys get
I
the
didn't get it
invite?
either. He and
No
he's sending
invite.
me pictures. He's like, I talked to this guy for you. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, thanks.
Hope you won us some money while you're there.
Yeah. Well, I did see somewhere on there. I think he said
Oh, yeah.
Papa won or something.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
won. Yeah.
Vegas, you just hit 43,000 people in the hub.
Yeah.
You better be playing 43 somewhere while you're out there, man.
Well, and I think Jen is the one that likes to gamble too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like to gamble, but I just don't like to lose. So I don't
Yeah,
like to gamble that much.
Last October, and I was like sitting at that blackjack table for like literally 2 hours, and then I walked away like, man, it's been way too long that I sat here, and I'm leaving with $0. How did that happen?
I lose it all and Brian wins it back.
I gamble, but it's fishing.
Yeah.
Yes, he does it.
That's true.
differently.
It's true. At least gambling what you know. I'm over here just like,
That's a good gamble that's paid off for you in multiple ways. But
Yeah. He likes the win of it. Like as soon as they took the tournaments out of tarpon fishing, he like turned off. Like, I'm done. And
Put
then
the ball on it, please.
and then
See ya.
Fill it in. Don't care.
now he's like, oh, I want to go bass fishing because he can win. It's like
Yeah.
that's the chase.
I don't blame him.
I mean, we all do it in different ways.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't have that mentality, I mean, probably not going to be a good business owner.
Yeah. It's all
Gotta be
about winning.
competitive.
Yeah.
Little
But-
wins, little wins, little.
But a couple of things is Brian and I have always said, stay in your lane. If anyone knows me, that's been my motto.
Yep.
Stay in your lane. Put your head down and go to work. Don't worry about what's going on the outside. Done. Years.
That's all that matters.
Put your head down and go to work.
Honestly, learn from the same people. My dad was the same way. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about anybody
Yeah.
else. Go. You'll be successful. So when your mind is outside, you're not focusing on yourself, is fail. Well, thank you guys.
thank you for coming on. I
Absolutely.
think we're definitely over now.
Yep.
But
Yep. Oh, James Gribble, my
Oh.
man. What do you
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So the question was, do you do metal and tile roof? Yep. And replacements? Yes, they
So
do.
yes, we
You guys
just
do it all pretty much,
Yeah.
right?
So we just installed a metal roof for a friend locally, and it turned out great. Hunter, his crew killed it, and it just
Metal seems the way to go. Like that's kind of where we're.
yeah. Of course, metals,
metal.
of course, more expensive, but the longevity of
I
it.
was to say holds up better.
Especially in the place we're in, be
It's
hurricanes,
hurricanes.
stuff like that. So,
Insurance is ridiculous, making you replace a roof every 15 years now.
yeah,
I
I
feel
know.
bad for these people.
That's
They're doing water heaters now.
Really?
Yeah, so my Aunt Susie, she's their insurance people. Well, we've had a few of them, but hey, you got to if it's over 10 years, they're making you replace the water heaters.
Really?
And these water heaters, the ones that have lasted this long, are probably made a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yes,
And better have built, so like they're gonna last longer. A new one, it's gonna be more efficient and stuff like that, but you never know what you're gonna get.
I really do feel bad for some of these people. Like they've been in their house, the roof is 15 years old. It probably could still have a couple more years left of, lifespan. And, they want to sell it or and the insurance company's making them replace it. And we do offer financing. So that, obviously helps
Yeah.
a little bit. But some people they're really struggling with making sure that they check all the boxes. I know we got our homeowners insurance policy. I about had a heart attack. So yeah,
Me
it's
too.
just, it's a big pill to swallow.
Yeah.
So we just try to make it as easy as possible.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all for coming.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
it.
us.
Podcasters.
Well,
Yeah.
and like Tanner said, the star was using the
I-
restroom.
Love you too, Amanda.
I know Brian was trying to get out.
But,
I would love to have Hunter too, but I need the band.
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're getting Hunter in here.
Yeah.
You behave as well.
Well,
Except
and
We'll
Hunter
drill 'em.
and Chris.
Tanner,
Yeah,
Let's get a
Yeah.
perspective of mom and dad from those two.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yes.
You're welcome, guys.
Yep.
we want to thank Tanner too, because Tanner, you have been extremely loyal to BlackJack Media Group for so many years. And loyalty, as we talked about, is really important, and we really appreciate it.
If we've ever had a problem, you guys taking care of it, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
What can you ask more than that?
But we're very proud to say that we wrapped all the vehicles out there.
Yes.
That's
Literally every
yeah,
single
every
vehicle
single-
you guys have wrapped.
Yeah, especially, even the ones that go to Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But thank you
Brand
so
new.
much for your loyalty.
Gee.
It means a lot to us.
And I email and bother you guys probably every week. So thank you.
It's gonna be coming out too, which is gonna be really cool.
Yeah, what?
Truck. Box truck.
Oh, yes. That one. Your idea of the blue, it like totally
Dude,
changed it.
Just feel like white on the road is gonna get dirty.
Yeah, no, the blue
then
changed it.
Website or their Facebook page, and I was like, well, all their banners and everything are blue. I'm like, let's just run with it. and see
Yeah.
what happens.
And let's just see. We can always
Like a throwback. Throwback. That's the next box.
Yes. Yeah. All of them.
Put it
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
He was talking about that the other
That
day.
would be
Yeah, it should be the next one.
Let's do it. Yes.
Well, I'm sure we could take one of the wraps off that's out there. That
Yeah.
could probably.
Put
Construction.
construction.
Next rough.
Old school. That'd be cool.
We put your dad's name on it or something too.
Yeah. Rod Kielty. Over
Yeah.
there.
That picture you showed us the other day.
Let's do it.
That'd be cool.
He doesn't have ideas.
That old part will get a kick out of it too.
Yep. Oh, he would love it.
It's an old part.
Sorry, Rod. Sorry, Rod. It's like, he's my dad. I can't see anything.
The old
Yeah.
guard.
Well, thank
We
you
were down
again.
in the Keys. I tried to get the keys to that Freeman. Couldn't find them. I was gonna go break it in for them.
Say-
But they only make like 7 different keys. I've got 6 of them.
So your odds are pretty high.
You fly down there.
Yeah.
Me and you just fly down there.
Yeah. We'd get in trouble.
I know where the keys are at, so.
He'd get mad if
I
we
hope
went too
so.
fast.
Yeah.
That'd be the fastest that Freeman ever went.
Now he's kind of gets on a little bit now.
So
Yeah. Kind of gets on. He likes to
they
try.
make
He
new
likes to
ones.
make
They
sure.
got warranty.
Yeah.
Run it.
It's actually good. I mean, that's part of the break-in period. You want to.
Breaking your.
Yeah, I put a new motor on my bass boat about a month ago, and I still haven't broken in yet. Tournament's starting next weekend, so I gotta get busy.
Awesome, y'all. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on.
Thank
And we'll
you.
definitely have that follow-up podcast with Chris and Hunter.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.